call the doctor to whether he needs to come in or just take orders or whatever. And
I think he gave me some anesthesia for this slash, but over here he goes, well, that's just a small one. He just started stitching it out. Whoa, I'm just 7 years old and I'm watching him.
That's rough.
So I've been staying out of ERs ever since.
Oh man,
No
that's
offense.
good. That is good. That is a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a
funny.
good thing.
But I remember, yeah, we're just going to stitch this. And,
Yeah, I fell in love with it. I mean, I did my medical school up in Toledo, and I wanted to go into cardiology, is what I wanted to do. So I actually interviewed with for internal medicine at Metro and at Cleveland Clinic, and I took a rotation because I had older kids. I had 3 older kids, and you know, with ER, you're on shift work. So I could tell them, hey, I'll be at your swim meet, I'll go and be at your baseball game. And I said, my God. And then I would see, it's like, wow, you get to see anything. Anything comes in that door. And you have to take care of it.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is it. I switched.
Wow.
And
You've done a very good job. But you tell BJ he's got some really tough shoes now.
Okay. I'll tell him.
You say we've had all the best. Now we're ready for second tier.
Yeah.
You can tell him I said that. He'll give me shit for it. I'm sure. But
He's cool.
He is funny.
He's cool.
Yeah.
Like I said.
But I am sure his accent's gonna be hard. We're gonna have to be very clear of the questions because otherwise, I hear about half of what he says. You know,
Oh, I know.
And he's very soft spoken. So. But anyway, he is.
Well, we can adjust.
Yeah, we may have to pick up the volume on-
I'll try to be here on time. So.
Well, he hasn't responded yet either. So tell him, BJ, I have to come pick
I'll
you up
tell
at your
BJ,
house.
and I'll tell Arco, I'll give him your phone number.
Yes,
your
please,
cell phone,
feel free, absolutely.
and tell him to.
We
look
don't have it up or
and-
limit on how many. We just took the list that Lynn Mass had, and we haven't even got as far as the Wadsworth, any physicians there, and there's probably 1 or 2 maybe down in Lodi that we want to concentrate on yet to kind of get the whole county perspective in.
Oh, it's sad because some of them are gone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we got to get Doc Farnham in here, and he's 94, so we need to get Farnham in here pretty quick. So if he's there, tell him to.
He's there.
Please
He's
schedule
there.
him
He'll be,
because,
he's there every time.
yeah.
He's
My mom
94.
worked. Yeah, my mom worked for him and Bika, Chen, and Farnham and Dwyer. She was her transcriptionist, and boy, she could spell. She could spell every medical term and knew exactly how it was pronounced and spelled, and just taking dictation from the doctor's dictations. And
Yeah.
she said it was fine to the doctor. One of them used to eat lunch and then belch into the microphone. Yeah, well, that's hazards of the job, I guess. So.
That's
Anyway.
funny.
I could tell you a story, but I'm not going to tell it when.
Yeah, don't roll the film.
I was going to ask you if you had a favorite ER story.
Oh, geez. There's ones I remember real well. One of them I really remember when I was at Charity across the street was an apartment building, and the fireman, the whole apartment caught on fire, and a fireman came running in doing CPR on a 7-year-old. Okay, and when we had to literally put the fire out on him.
Oh, jeez.
He was on fire. He was on fire. And we took the child. I went to intubate her, and there were blisters all through her throat as I went to intubate her. And then I went ahead and trying to bag her, and I couldn't bag her. I don't know if you know what an escharotomy is. We're trained to do them, but you don't. There's procedures I'm trained to do, and you'll never do it in 30 years of practicing. Well, an escharotomy is what happens is the burns tighten the chest, and you can't ventilate them. So you have to cut the chest.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I did on this little girl.
Oh.
And everyone's tears in their eyes as they're not crying, but they're just all upset and everything. Well, about 6 months later, I got a note from the head of the burn unit telling me that she was being discharged.
Oh, wow.
And it was just a very nice note telling me that I did a good job and all that kind of
Nice.
thing. And I, like I said, I never did another gastrotomy in my whole life. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that's the only one.
Well, there's a reason for all that extensive medical training. You never know what you're gonna need and when you're gonna need it, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Our residency director was real adamant about he had to be in and do 5 C-sections. He had to do
Yeah.
while you're training. He had to do 200 chest tubes, and he had to do at least 10 cracking the chest and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
You know.
I don't think I would have held up to that very well.
Oh no, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It
I
takes a
couldn't-
special person.
And that's why you're the doctor and
It's
we
the
aren't.
ER doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
got,
Patrick talks about, working with surgeons and closing. I go, oh my God, I could never do that. Sewing somebody up or whatever.
No. It's what I have to tell you. One time I cracked a chest at Charity, and Dr. Begg was a very famous cardiothoracic guy. He wasn't as famous as, the guy that ran the clinic, but he was pretty famous locally, Dr. Begg. And he was a short little guy, he was about that big. Anyways, this guy was a stab wound, and I opened the chest. I cracked the chest, opened the chest, and started trying to sew in it. There's blood everywhere, okay? And Begg is going to be taking him to OR. Begg gets up behind me and stands on a little stool, just get behind me, grabs my hands and starts sewing
Oh.
like this. And suddenly there was no blood anywhere, none. I was like, holy Toledo, I am so dumb as an ER doc compared to this guy's amazing, And he says, we take him to OR now. And they took him
Wow.
to OR.
Wow.
It was just amazing. The neatest thing I had, let me tell you one last story, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Don't
feel free.
apologize.
Just right, good.
Interesting.
When there were 4 residency programs in Detroit, and each of them, when they did an open chest, they cut a different way. Ours was a direct like this. Beaumont was a circle like this. Henry Ford was like a T. So everyone had a different kind of way that they cracked the chest. But you could identify the chest and who did if the person ever lived and made it through that. So I had a guy that was selling drugs at Charity, and got it by the police, and they brought him in because he was having chest pain. He was doing crack and cocaine and stuff. And I look at him and I'm like, oh my God, that wound looks totally different. Looks like ours. And I look at him and I said, wait a second, when did you have that done? Well, I didn't do the cracking of his chest, but I was on the surgical team that took care of him in Detroit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's still doing drugs in
Oh,
Cleveland.
wow. They didn't learn very well, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
Well,
anyways,
this is
okay, guys.
really
I'm
great.
sorry.
Appreciate it.
Well, yeah, enjoy your lunch. And
Thank